Morning, you're listening to the Business Breakfast. It is 8 minutes to 8.
Currencies on Dubai Eye 103.8.
With insurancemarket.ae.
Yeah, the dollar's having a bad time of it at the moment. The dollar is under more pressure, has been under pressure for a couple of weeks, but the US dollar finding a little bit of footing. Early trade this morning on the Asian markets. That's, however, not disguising the fact that it's still near a three-year low after what was a bruising week last week. Investors bracing for another volatile week this week. Donald Trump's imposition and abrupt postponement of tariffs on goods imported to the US continuing to sow yet more confusion in the markets. The euro and the Swiss franc have eased after a big surge last week, a lot of demand on those. The dollar recovering a little bit, but not a huge amount. Japanese yen has done well against the dollar, 143.07, the current mark there. Australian dollar continues to rally against the dollar as well, 159.04 there. And the Chinese yuan currently trading at 72939, 729 to the US dollar.
Yo, it's Alfred, you see? Insurancemarket.ae. Car, health, home life, travels and business too. 20,000 reviews, we got the crew. Claims, commitment, we're by your side. 800 Alfred will be your guide. Insurancemarket.ae.
You're listening to the UAE's #1 talk radio station.
This is the Business Breakfast on Dubai Eye 103.8.
With Richard Dean, Brandy Scott and Tom Urquhart.
We're talking takeovers now because Al Ansari Financial Services, best named Al Ansari Exchange, has completed its $200 million takeover of Bahrain's BFC. It creates the largest non-bank financial services institution in the GCC. Joining us now live is the group CEO, Rashed Al Ansari. Good morning, Rashed.
Good morning, Richard. Thank you for having me.
Tell us why this deal is a game changer.
Right. So this acquisition is a pivotal moment in our growth strategy into the region. It doesn't only give us a geographical expansion into the region, but it also contributes directly into our increasing our revenues. The GCC market has 25% market share worldwide when it comes to personal outward cross-border remittances, and we definitely want to be there. And this acquisition really puts us in a dominant position here in the UAE. We would be the largest exchange company in Bahrain, the third largest in Kuwait, and we will also have a presence in India. So this is very significant for us. In terms of contribution to the revenue lines, the BFC is a profitable company, and it will immediately contribute 20% to our revenues and 13% to our EBITDA. And it's a great opportunity for us to get economies of scale, increase our digital footprints into those markets, and really replicate the successes that we have had here in the United Arab Emirates in those countries.
Rashed, why couldn't you just do this organically? Go to Bahrain and Kuwait or wherever it may be and open branches. Al Ansari is a very strong brand name in the Gulf.
It is, but as a financial institution, there are many hurdles and many regulators to deal with, and getting a license from scratch is not only proven to be difficult, but it also is time-consuming. So deals like this will really put us front and center when it comes to presence in the GCC market.
So in terms of the way that the wind is blowing in the remittance industry at the moment, we've spoken about this before. There are parallel corridors, particularly in places like Egypt and Pakistan, which present their challenges. There's the rise of technology and fintech. What kind of company is BFC that you're buying?
So BFC is a 108-year-old company that has really established itself well in the three countries that we have mentioned. They are not present here in the United Arab Emirates, and we are not present in Bahrain. So this is a very much of a complementing acquisition that really complements our presence in those markets. They have a very strong digital footprint and infrastructure in the Kingdom of Bahrain. We are a 60-year-old company here in the United Arab Emirates, and we have award-winning digital channels. Specifically, the mobile app has really proven to be successful here in the United Arab Emirates. We have successful brands and products such as the travel card the multi-currency travel card. And all those could be replicated in those markets, and we can basically scale it up. So really the game is to scale up, is to have economies of scale, so we have better negotiating power, and we'll become even more efficient so that we can really, be there when it comes to the fintechs. And as you have realized, the fintechs have really put pressures in terms of competition, but this will help us to compete better in that market.
Rashed, what does it mean for shareholders? I'm looking at your share price, and it's pretty much 2 years, isn't it, to the day that you had your IPO. Mabruk on that. Closing on Friday at 98 fils, couple of fils below your IPO price, but let's say flat since your IPO. Net profit for your group was down last year by 18%. What's your message to shareholders about how this can transform the financial performance, the share price performance?
All right. So as you've mentioned, we have seen a lot of competition from the fintech, but we have to realize that the fintechs, when they have targeted to take the market share here from the UAE, they couldn't compete on the quality of the product. All they compete is on free remittances, and that's just a mark of desperation. When you don't have a competing product, you typically drop your prices. And most of them are in violation of the UAE laws, i.e. they do not have the proper central bank regulation, central bank licensing in order to perform remittances. You're not allowed to remit in the dirham currency unless you do have a permission from the central bank of the UAE. And you cannot sit in a free zone or out of the UAE and provide your services here. Those are against the law. So we have been suffering from these kind of tactics by certain companies, but after rallying and sitting with the regulators, all the three financial regulators here in the United Arab Emirates, now the laws are going to be tightened in a way that it's going to basically address this problem from the roots. And we are seeing a positive effect of this as regulators are tightening basically the regulations. So we'll see an improvement in the performance of the company. And with this acquisition, it really reduces a single market dependency and adds resilience to our revenue model.
Rashed, 20 seconds left. What's next on your takeover radar after completing this one? Another 100-year-old legacy Gulf company or a funky fintech startup? A quick word on that. What can you tell me?
They don't come very often, these companies, but definitely we have plans in order, and we're actively exploring more acquisitions in the other GCC markets. And there will be some news in the coming time. When the time is right, we will make the announcements.
Shukran jazeelan. Thanks very much indeed, Rashed. Congratulations on completing that takeover of Bahrain's BFC Group for $200 million. The thoughts of Rashed Al Ansari, Group CEO of Al Ansari Financial Services.